We have 21 more girls graduating today. This morning, Student Council President Patrick Rickle will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then the senior chorale will perform the national anthem. Please stand as we honor those serving our country and our community and all those we have lost during this past year.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave,
Thank you to the senior chorale under the direction of Miss Allie Frizzetto, and thank you to the band under the direction of Mr. Dan Delamonica as they exit. Thank you for volunteering your time, band. Let's hear it one time for the band. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Steingrubner. I am the principal of Garden City High School, and I am happy and proud to be together with you on this magnificent day. First of all, thank you to all those that made this ceremony come together. It is truly a group effort between our maintenance custodial staff here and all the vendors and technicians that we have to make it all work. Welcome to our Board of Education and our district administrators in attendance behind me on the dais. And a very special thank you to the high school assistant principals, Dave Carrata, Connor Cohn, and Mandy Stepankevich for their daily teamwork, communication, and competence. To the graduating class, I signed many of your yearbooks this year. And for those of you who haven't read my message yet, it's on page 90. I wrote the same line for every single one of you. That line is, make good decisions and learn from the bad ones. We all have, and we all will, make both good and bad decisions throughout our lives. We make decisions on a daily basis, and they lead us on our own individual journeys. Remember, every choice, good or bad, has and will shape your path. You may have overcome challenges, discovered passions, and learned from stumbles. This journey may not have been perfectly paved, but it is uniquely yours. Your future is not a destination, it is a map. And you'll keep redrawing that map as you go. College choices, life paths, these are all stepping stones. Embrace the unknown, for in its depths lies the potential for incredible discoveries. Robert Frost described in his poem, The Road Not Taken, as very tricky, a very apropos description of your own choices and paths. I want to leave you with a seemingly small decision you will make today or tomorrow or whenever. Always choose yes to put on sunscreen. So go out into the world, be thoughtful, make your decisions, and continue to learn and forge your path. Thank you and congratulations, graduating seniors. You all may be seated. We have a number of very important people speaking to us this morning, starting with this year's Salutatorian, Elaine Wang.
Good morning, class of 2024, and our proud parents, family, and friends. I am deeply honored to stand here as your salutatorian. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Sinha, Mr. Steingrubner, and the high school administration. Thank you to all teachers for your dedication and for always having faith in our potential. We are eternally grateful to you. Thank you to my family and friends for your endless love and support. I wouldn't be up here if not for you all. High school is obviously full of learning. I've learned a lot these past few years, everything from world history and math to the fact that sleep is definitely underrated. Perhaps most importantly, I've learned to value something that is easy to take for granted, yet transcends all academic accolades: happiness. It's important enough that it is ingrained in the fabric of our nation. In U.S. history, we all learn about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In our journeys to graduation, we have all experienced the pressures of high school, whether on the football field or while studying at our desks at 2 a.m. In the midst of everything, it is especially important to reflect on the moments that bring us joy. Happiness can come from big achievements, but it also comes from simple, everyday moments, like solving a difficult problem, laughing with friends in the hallways, spending time with family, or hearing the ninth period bell. However, while appreciating everything we can be thankful for, we should not be lulled into complacency or inaction. Each of us has unique talents, passions, and dreams. By striving for improvement and aligning our actions with our values, we find fulfillment, because happiness is also linked with a sense of purpose. It may be daunting to really challenge ourselves, but this is how we grow as individuals and as a society. It's never too late to take initiative, whether it's reaching out to make a new friend or picking up a new hobby. Let's follow our hearts and be unafraid of failure rather than be swayed by others' expectations. As 17 or 18 years old, we've lived through about a fifth of our lives. It might seem like a lot, but these years have been mostly spent under the wings and steady guidance of our parents and the adults around us. Now, our futures are really in our hands. Although high school is coming to an end, the rest of our lives is just beginning. This is the time to take our dreams seriously. We only get one shot, so let's make it count. Life will present us with setbacks, but it is our attitude that shapes our happiness. In the past few years, we've overcome challenges and gained qualities beyond our textbooks. Among them, resilience, empathy, and adaptability. We can navigate through life's ups and downs with grace if we maintain these qualities. Finally, I'd like to close this speech with my yearbook quote from Dale Carnegie. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Even as we reach for the stars, balance is key. True happiness often comes from within and is linked to our attitude towards our achievements, more so than the achievements themselves. Let's move forward with courage, sensibility, and purpose. The future awaits. Thank you and congratulations again to the class of 2024.
Thank you, Elaine. Our next speaker is the president of the class of 2024, Neve Pfaff, who will present the class gift.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, administrators, parents, guests, and my fellow classmates. I want to begin by thanking the other class officers who have devoted their time and energy to the success of our class. To Ava Brandowitty, Nicole Allen, Tyler McAlay, and Anna Cook, thank you. I also want to extend a special thank you to our class advisor, Ms. Holtz, who went above and beyond what was expected of her to make these past 4 years so memorable. Our class has etched itself in the history books of Garden City High School, but more important than the pep rally and battle of the classes wins was our ability to unite together and foster a sense of community. Whether it was those long nights decorating in the gym or our superior bake sales, we demonstrated what it means to be a community. But the scope of our success extended beyond the confines of the Garden City High School. Take our class of 2024 TikTok, made by Anna Cook, which amassed over 3 million views and a comment from computer software company Microsoft. Microsoft's comment epitomizes our class, saying, "Your spirit is out of this world." That spirit became the heartbeat of our class, bringing us together with a shared purpose and creating a place for us to all call home. No matter where your next chapter takes you, remember that feeling. Find the next place that brings you the same sense of belonging and value. Search for your passion, and hopefully it can bring you just as much joy as pep rally brought to Heels, and keep working hard to make the most out of every experience. I have no doubt the class of 2024 is destined for greatness. To commemorate our collective spirit and love for our high school years, I'm here today to present a gift from our class to the Garden City High School. Next year, a student with the same shared spirit and dedication to the school community will be awarded a $1,000 scholarship on behalf of the class of 2024. Thank you to the Garden City High School and all of those within it for shaping us into the people we are today. To my classmates, congrats again, we did it.
Neve needs to put on another hat right now, and that is as the Julia Maloney Scholarship winner.
My sophomore year began with first period algebra 2. I typically schlepped through the door, rubbing sleep from my eyes, but rather than punish my tardiness, Miss Gallo would deadpan. So not a morning person? Safe to say no. That year, she single-handedly kept me thinking, smiling, and engaged with her positivity and sunny disposition. The lessons were filled with humorous and relatable anecdotes, which lightened the heavy subject matter. In class, she'd create review games to help us master the impossible and supported our individual needs in math lab and extra helps. When Miss Gallo learned I was running for class president, she nicknamed me Prez, making it clear she cared about my activities outside of her classroom as well. She was selected to represent our class in Battle of the Classes our junior year. And although she was hesitant to play musical chairs in front of everyone, she gave it her all. While her run was rather short-lived, her willingness to step outside her comfort zone left me inspired. I failed to truly appreciate the depth of her impact on me until she disappeared mid-year. I'd always thought teachers were immune to real-life events, like structures, reliable and unmoving. From my ignorant perspective, Miss Scala existed only within that classroom. It wasn't until she was stricken by a devastating medical issue that I realized how deeply I cherished my everyday hero. Hours before she landed in the hospital, she was chaperoning our dodgeball tournament. She stood near the bleachers, yelling out good luck to me and my classmates as I took the floor. Afterwards, she headed straight to Hofstra to cheer on the boys' basketball team. And while she could have been at home with her family when the incident occurred, she devoted all of her free time to our school community. She came back to teaching a mere 3 months later. She had never missed a Regents review. Before starting class that day, she shared an emergency protocol in case disaster struck again. I was moved watching her eyes and my classmates' eyes well with tears. It was clear her early return was one from passion, not obligation. Her unwavering dedication to her students and profession showed me how a career should be pursued. Whenever a task seems too hard, I think of Miss Gala's bravery. I think of her perpetual smile and the personal interest she takes in each student. Although she still rolls her eyes when I sign in late at attendance, she continues to ask about my life, upcoming events, and presidential duties. Schools are a better place with teachers like Miss Gala, who go above and beyond expectations and deliver experiences that transcend the confines of the classroom. She broadens the definition of teacher to include unwavering supporter. Miss Gala's commitment during a time of uncertainty showed she will be rooting for me and all of us long after graduation.
Miss Gala is coming up right now. For that essay and a rigorous selection process, Neve receives a scholarship from the Garden City Scholarship Foundation. They give these out every year. So thank you for the Scholarship Foundation for that award and the $50,000 that they give out this year. I'd now like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kasoon Singh.
Thank you, Mr. Steingrubner. So members of the Board of Education, administrators, faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, family, friends of the class of 2024, and soon-to-be graduates, welcome to this wonderful occasion. It is a little hot, but it's still wonderful. So before I begin, I'd like to thank a few people. First, I'd like to thank our high school administrators, Mr. Steingrubner, Mr. Parada, Ms. Stefankevich, and Mr. Cohen. Your efforts have truly made today special. You do this every single year, so thank you. A sincere thanks also goes out to our high school custodial and buildings and grounds staff for their hard work and attention to every detail. Their dedication does not go unnoticed, so thank you. I would also like to express my deepest gratitude to our faculty and staff members who are retiring this year. Your many years of service have left a mark on our district and our students. You will be missed. Thank you for your service. And a special thank you to Mr. Pinu, our Board of Education Vice President, who will also be retiring after 13 years in our district, serving in this capacity. So thank you for your years of dedicated service to our district. And before I address our graduates, I would like to give a diploma to Mr. Pinu, a high school diploma. Okay, so now our graduates. Today marks not just the end of your high school journey, but the beginning of an exciting new chapter. My message to you today is, above all else, to remain principle-centered. in all that you do, in each step that you take. At the heart of your journey lies the timeless principle that hard work is a cornerstone of success. Success isn't merely handed to us. It's earned through dedication, perseverance, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. As you navigate your academic and personal pursuits, remember that every effort, every late night of study, and every challenge overcome brings you closer to achieving your dreams. A second key principle is to own your future. That is, to take responsibility for your choices and actions and recognize that your decisions today will shape your opportunities tomorrow. Self-leadership goes hand in hand with this ownership. Knowing when to take initiative, when to collaborate, when to step forward as a leader, and when to follow. It's about having the inner strength to pursue your goals and the discipline to stay the course, even when faced with challenges. Being true to yourself by embracing authenticity is another important principle. Authenticity is a rare trait. In a world full of noise and distractions, staying true to your values and beliefs becomes even more critical. Your authenticity not only defines who you are, but also influences the impact you have on others and the world around you. Stay grounded in your values and let them guide your decisions. The last principle that I want to talk to you about is guarding your reputation. It is a critical aspect of your journey. Reputation is built over time through consistent actions and integrity. It's a reflection of how others perceive us, but more importantly, it's a testament to our character and trustworthiness. Your reputation is your most valuable asset, so remember to cherish it, protect it, and let it be a beacon of your values. Strive to be known for integrity, reliability, and excellence. So the world is changing rapidly, that you will always have a learning curve, always. But principles will always be constant. Let's consider the rapid advancement in technology and the rise of artificial intelligence, for example. These changes are reshaping industries, economies, and indeed our daily lives. As students, you are not just preparing for a future impacted by such advancements, you are actively shaping it. I hope you embrace technology with curiosity and critical mind. Use it to innovate, create, and solve problems. But remember, amidst the algorithms and automation, what makes us truly human? The ability to empathize, to connect, to lead with compassion, which will always be irreplaceable. Embrace lifelong learning and stay current with advancements in your field. Be open to change, ready to pivot when necessary, but always stay principled. So this year, Liam Gibson entered my life. He is my fourth grandchild, and today he's almost 4 months old. He babbles intentionally, smiles when he sees my daughter, his mommy, and he just learned to put his toes in his mouth. He is curious, a learner, and continually searches for meaning in life, just as we all do. From the moment we enter this world, we are learners, driven by the innate curiosity and a hunger for knowledge. So as you move forward on your journey, remember that you're learning every day, in every experience, and with every new challenge. Be sure to put in the hard work, own your future, embrace authenticity, and guard your reputation, and the world will be yours. Finally, I say this to every graduating class: never forget the importance of the people who matter most, your parents, family, and your loved ones. They are in awe of you. They remember when you entered this world, and now stand amazed as you prepare to take on the world. They are your foundation, your support system. Make time for them, and never let them become an afterthought. Call them, schedule them into your calendar, and let them know how important they are to you. Their love and support are invaluable. So congratulations, class of 2024. The future is bright, and it is yours to shape. I will miss you. Thank you.
For prepare yourself for your valedictorian, James Negler.
I hate school. Or at least that's what I told my parents every day for the past 4 years. I would come home and say, school is such a waste of my time and I could be doing much more important things instead. Luckily, the patience of my parents is never ending, and I'd like to thank both of them, especially my mom, for putting up with my many, many complaints. Where was I? Ah, yes, I hate school. And to an extent, I'd still agree. We've all had those impossible tests, questionable teachers, and pointless assignments. For some of us, it made high school a living hell, and for others, an annoying inconvenience. And if I stop the story right there, sure, school was miserable. But we're not here today thinking about how miserable the past 12 years have been. At least I hope not. We're here today wondering why it's so hard to leave. It's because when you focus on everything bad that happened, it's easy to forget everything that was great. For every bad grade you got, there were many more that you aced. For every teacher you disliked, there were many more that you loved. And for every boring class, there are at least a few more that you learned. More importantly, we've grown. We've developed lasting, inspiring friendships, received invaluable life lessons, and for as much as we have resisted, learned a thing or two. In fact, my mindset completely changed over the past 4 years, something I couldn't have anticipated. I think all of us went through a realization in some form or another. We really couldn't have gone without school. Now, my younger self might have fainted if you heard me say that, but it's true. Think back to yourself from before high school, or even middle school. Now think of all that you've accomplished since then. It starts to add up, doesn't it? From in school to out of school, socially to personally, sports to academics, we, and really our experience in school, have done a lot. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, that's great and all, but how has school prepared me for the future? Well, I can point to everything you've learned over the past 12 years as excellent preparation for what's to come. And it is. But school was never about the material you learned. It was about the experience learning it. You couldn't just take everything you learned and stuff it into one big book and call it school, because you missed the most important part, living it. Our evolution over the last 12 years doesn't end today. It's going to happen throughout our lives. From college to jobs, at some point or another, you're going to start off hating something, just like I did. But hopefully, thanks to school, you'll be able to recognize the value that something has before it ends. And that might sound a bit sad, but you have to remember, that's what makes life worth living. Finding value in things you never thought you could before. It's why I no longer tell my parents that I hate school. I ask them why it had to end so soon. Thank you.
Every year the graduating class gets to choose a keynote speaker, but this year the class of 2024 chose two, and they are Mr. Rebellini and Dr. Stratus. But before I introduce them to do their speaking, I'd like to acknowledge all of the retiring faculty. We have 7 teachers retiring at the end of this school year. And in alphabetical order, they are Kathleen Giannotta, Reading; Michael Heedles, Physical Education; Catherine Oriani, English; Carlo Rebellini, English; Ann Scanlon, Science; Weed Sclafani, Business; and Michael Stratus, Social Studies. If any of those are here, you may come up. We'd like to just recognize you. And also, Mr. Rebellini and Dr. Stratus, you can come on up to your keynotes.
I get a little choked up. I'm deeply honored to be asked to speak today, not only as your teacher, but as a member of the graduating class of 2024. A prerequisite of any commencement speech is the distillation of the speaker's experience into inspiring insights. Undertaking such a task, I felt myself struggling to avoid cliché. I thought to talk about the challenges presented by a culture of technology transforming itself at an exponential rate. Then I decided to keep it simple, for the profoundest insights are often the most self-evident. I will begin by recounting a story that the American novelist David Forster Wallace told a graduating class from Kenyon College. There was an old fish swimming downstream when he came across two young fish. As he passed them, he asked, "How's the water?" They swam past and then confused looked at each other and responded, "What's water?" The simple answer is, this is water. What exactly does that mean? Too often we rush through our days, anticipating defining moments in our lives. In Joseph Conrad's novel Lord Jim, the title character at a time of crisis fails in his responsibility and is labeled a coward. He spends the rest of his life waiting for that grand moment when he can prove his valor, not realizing that day in and day out he was expressing his courage in his daily decisions. Every minute of every day, we are determining who we are and investing our lives with meaning. I know many of you anxiously counted down the remaining days of your senior year. You excitedly look forward to the beginning of your independence and your college experience. Those days couldn't pass quickly enough. But consider this. At this very moment, millions of stars are exploding into the existence in the vastness of the universe. All around you, the life imperative is manifesting itself as countless living species are being born. The Earth is following its 4 billion-year-old path along its elliptical orbit, and human beings are contemplating their purpose as they have done so for millennia. It's easy to lose sight of these miraculous truths. After all, one way we eschew life's existential anxiety is to create mundane routine. The routine gives us the illusion that we are somehow in control of our lives. But the reality is that we exercise no such control, at least not in the most meaningful sense. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should not plan for the future, nor am I suggesting that life is a random series of unconnected events. There is a loving, benevolent spirit at work behind the veil of existence. There is even, as Hamlet reminds Horatio, a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. I am only suggesting that there is nothing to fear. Even in the midst of the most commonplace occasion, a profound opportunity for growth is present. Each moment brings with it endless possibilities. We are taking along paths some less traveled whose final destination is unknown to us. Along the way, we will meet fellow travelers who may provide guidance and support. The face of a stranger will become the face of a lifelong friend. In the summer of 2007, my dear friend Mike Heels and I participated in the 7-day mountain bike stage race across the Canadian Rockies. It struck me on the 7th day how far I had traveled from a small boy growing up in the Bronx, whose only experience with mountains were the red brick apartment buildings rising from the concrete sidewalks, to an adult moved by the magnificent grandeur of the Rocky Mountains. But that is the mystery of life. Now, I'm not so naive as to suggest that tragedy does not exist, or that you will not experience your portion of sadness and pain. Those are inevitable realities. What I am saying is that even those moments bring with them insight. We must not allow those inevitable realities to blind us to the beauty in the world. It is far too easy in the monotony of our workaday lives to forfeit hours, even days, to wistful longing for the past or obsessive anticipation of the future. But we must not surrender to those feelings. It's because we innately understand that the moment cannot last, that we must live passionately and celebrate each day as a gift. In living passionately, we become immersed in the moment, losing none of its meaning or power. We see into the life of things and experience that Wordsworthy and sense sublime. To be fully present in the moment, you must open your mind and heart to all experience. You must become a comprehensive soul. The pains and troubles of all humanity must become your own. Your heart must feel and suffer in 1,000 diverse ways. Living in the moment allows us to retain our childlike wonder of the world. Each experience retains its newness, and we look at life as the Buddhists describe, with beginning eyes. In so doing, we come to realize that the decisions we make, even the most seemingly insignificant ones, exert influences that are beyond our comprehension. none of us is alone. A smile or a kind word can and does change the course of a person's day. So the next time you find yourself in line waiting for your iced coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, frustrated by the slow service because you need to get to class on time, or anxiously cramming to study for an exam or to complete a paper due the next day, remember, this is water. This is life, and the next moment may present itself with an epiphany that will fill you with wonder. The world lies all before you. Embrace it and make it your own. Congratulations and Godspeed to the class of 2024. I love you guys.
Now we'll hear from Dr. Stratus.
Good morning. I'm glad my wife persuaded me not to wear a toga this morning. It's a bad idea. We here assembled in celebration of the graduating class of 2024 can truly attest that the path ahead is predictably unpredictable. Your life will pass through a full range of human experiences in its cycles of agonies and ecstasies, its complexities and its absurdities, and its seemingly endless daily rituals. Perhaps on this occasion it would be best to avoid these dramatic pronouncements. As you make your way to higher academia, keep in mind the words of the great Italian Renaissance author Baldassare Castiglione, who wrote that individuals demonstrate their courage far more often in little things than in great. Never underestimate the value of the simple things that define us. First, you must stop, look, listen, and feel the world around you. Put away those cell phones and earbuds. Spend time in conversation at a local cafe. Read that novel that caught your eye. Follow that famous recipe. Go to that concert hall or theater. Take that camping trip. Take your friends to that museum. And travel to that foreign land you wanted to see. It sadly seems that the world around us has been reduced to an irrelevance by a digital world that has replaced it, enthralling us with its false images flashing across a lifeless wall, very much like shadows in a lit cave. It is a world of insecurities and instabilities, and you must break free from it. The French author Madame de Staël wrote, "Man's most valuable faculty is his imagination. Imagination is so critical to who we are and how we endure this world. Employ it, and you will discover how truly free we may be from limitations. To do so, however, we must discover who we are. Students, the Greek thinker Heraclitus pronounced one of the most compelling statements in human history when he wrote, "A man's character is his fate." Character, that one impressive and definitive statement. Character is what defines us in our daily lives. Not social media, not the number of likes, nor the influencers and that infamous criterion that people keep up with, the Joneses.
Yes. If we have any assistants for a guest up in the audience here, assistants, medical assistants. As we move through this ceremony, we're taking a pause, obviously. If anyone needs water, we do have water available. We can provide water to anyone that needs it. Okay, looks like she's okay walking down the stairs. Thank you to all for your assistance. And we're going to get back to Dr. Stratus. This does cut into his time limit.
I'm going to repeat that last line because I really feel very strongly about it. Character, that one definitive word, is what defines us in our daily lives. And I said before, not social media, not the number of likes, not the influencers who intrude their lives upon your life. nor the infamous Joneses that we keep up with. It is how you present yourself to society. It determines whether you are a positive force. Now, I wouldn't go through this speech without mentioning Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great once said, "Upon the conduct of each depends the fate of all. Thus your character determines the fate of all." This community around us that hungers for good examples. It is not wealth or social status. To clarify, the Roman poet Virgil wrote, "The greatest wealth is health," as we just saw. It is rather how you may make a difference in the lives around you. The Athenian statesman Pericles reminded his fellow citizens that what you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. And thus, your life gives substance to other lives. Plato wrote, "Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others." But to do so, you must dig deep into who you are. The American author and humorist Mark Twain wrote, "The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why." This will take many years to understand. Experience teaches us best. So don't waste your time in pursuit of the way others live. Listen to your inner self. Listen to those who love you. Listen to the inexplicable pulse of your life. The great French thinker and author Voltaire said, and my European history students have heard this many, many times, "Il faut cultiver notre jardin." We must cultivate our garden. So, class of 2024, as you prepare to make your way into that future, cultivate your vision, your aspirations, your garden, and I promise you, you will have touched many lives in the process. Congratulations to you all.
Okay, and now we're at the point where we will be introducing our graduate candidates. All right, so please, first row stand, and you will be presented by your president of the class, Neem Pfaff, and vice president of the class, Ava Brandewitty. The Board of Education members will be awarding the diplomas. They are Joseph Cilio, Tom Pinot, Arthur Necco, William O'Donoghue, and Elizabeth Gavin. Okay.
Elaine Wang.
James Ramo Nagler.
Joya Maria Ashkar.
Patrick John Riffle.
Alexandra Burke.
Sebastian Christian Elise.
Olivia Burke.
Daniel Patrick Murphy.
Emery Carrillo.
Jack Philip Alkin.
Kayla Marie Castellano.
Angel Isaac Alvarado.
Charlotte Elizabeth Clark.
Ryan Matthew Arlotta.
Kelly Connolly.
Alex James Berdard.
Anna Elizabeth Cook.
John Leon Vivian.
Alexandra Rose Cooper. Gabriel Maximilian Beschloss. Lucia Rose Dahlia. Brendan William Bone. Evelyn Paige Farah. Joseph Bonomi. Maria Gastanaga. Evan Arthur Brain. Maeve France Gillespie. William Thomas Brennan. Emma Catherine Hardy. Jack Brock. Lauren Michaela Holtzcamp. Michael Dennis Bucella. Jenna Rose Kelly. Joseph Alexander Budin. Catherine Shelby McCoy. Colin James Bouchard. Kira Mary McGinnis. Matthew Butt. Sarah Ann McLaughlin. Kevin Patrick Burns. Molly Ann Metz. Matthew Thomas Cabana. Danielle Lita Perella. Diego Andres Cadavid. Jennifer Rose Rosado. Jack David Caldera. Silvana Scalisi. Andrew Sharon. Rose Hiri Schreier. Kieran Chang. Stephanie Madison Smith. George Trapellis. Madeline Faith Van Dyke. Joshua John Cohen. Christina Vasilakis. Ryan Conroy. Sydney Addison Alpert. Aiden Joseph Considine. Maureen Patricia Aaron. Owen Terrence Conway. Olivia Ives Bailey. Dylan Egan Coonerty. Cassidy Gray Baker. Joseph Luca Casenza. Caroline Nicole Bambino. Stephen John Cowie Jr. Gianna Lim Bonarito. Colin Charles Crane. Mia Catherine Britta. Anthony John Criaco Jr. Bryn Elizabeth Burke. James Cuzzo. Grace Ann Carr. Connor Keith Davin. Allison Blair Carruthers. Sam DeAlbuquerque. Jacqueline Rose Carruthers. David Deegan. Henry Jane Casano. Yucheng Ding. Sarah Chen. Emmett Sean Duffy. Julia Churchaber. James Egan. Isabella Luis Ciccone. Calogero Alessandro Erig. Caroline Ann Crouchley. Connor Scott Escoffrey. Elizabeth Kirk. Thomas Vincent Esposito. Victoria Davi. Jack Anthony Fanning. Alessandra Ann de Albuquerque. Dennis Benedict Spargione. Caitlin Grace DeButcher. Joseph Philip Fontanetta. Kaylee Elizabeth Durkash. Jake Thomas Frankel. Sylvia Isabella Diaz. Andrew Fuoco. Geraldine DiChiara. William Pierce Gaverlavich. Alessandra DiPaolo. Dylan Galante. Riley Catherine Donahue. John D. Gibbons. Olivia Huju Donahue. Justin Patrick DeSolfi. Sophia Arrigo. Paul Nicholas Lossman. Catherine Olivia Escher. Tyler Patrick Gorman. Yushen Pham. Anthony Joseph Gottlieb. Tara Michelle Filomena. Anton Hashkovich. Anastasia Follander. David Hernandez Arroyo. Olivia Madeleine Frankel. Holden Thomas Herrera. Bianca Fresconia. Julian T. Hink. Hillary Garcia Castillo. Owen Patrick Holtzman. Natalia Marie Gargiulo. James Imperial. Aaron M. Gately. Brady Thomas Carroll. Anna Gastanyaga. Brett Patrick Carr. Jillian Ariana Ganusa. John R. Kelly. Margaret Elizabeth Graney. Matthew Joseph Peppard. Abigail Ryan Halloran. Ali Khan. Cecilia Elisa Heron. Carson Andrew Krause. Bridget Mary Hegarty. Cooper Gressens Krause. Dylan Mary Henry. Michael Ronald LaRocca. Kyrie Ho. Ryan Mannion Lawson. Lauren Nicole Hohenberger. Sean Christian Leonardo. Tara Ann Hollis. Matthew Achilles Liberopoulos. Tasmia Ishtiaf. Preston Paul Longo. Emma Yuko Isobio Russell. Andrew Charles Lachlan. Samantha Rose Kaczynski. Brendan Lawrence Ludwig. Catherine Elizabeth Cade. Stamati Stephen Macarinos. Sky Caden. Tyler Edward McAlay. Grace Cavill. Patrick Kevin McCormick. Kira Cavaritas,
John Regis McGinley,
Maggie Jean Kenna,
Charles Robert Marangolo,
Liana Mesa Khan,
Nicholas David Mezajeski,
Cara Patrice Kinney,
Augustin Patrick Mingoya Murphy,
Leah Ann Labate,
Mohammed Jacob Mohammed,
Audrey Law,
Aiden Thomas Malloy,
Debbie Liu,
William Arthur Morgan Jr.,
Mesa Lihaz,
Wilson John Nappy,
Erin Margaret Lloyd,
Brady Lewis Knoll,
Victoria Lisette Lopez,
Patrick McDonald,
Miranda Rose Ludrix,
James T. Nugent,
Hannah Leah Magnata,
Michael Kevin O'Hanlon,
Elizabeth Ann Marshall,
John Brian O'Neill,
Molly Campbell Martin,
Oliver Obeck,
Caroline Grace McCauley,
Phineas Patrick Olcott,
Reese Catherine McGowan,
Matthew Oskopinski,
Claire Elizabeth McNally,
Andrew Ottomanelli,
Emily Eileen Metz,
Alexander Kent Palmer,
Anna McCabe Mitchell,
Christopher Daniel Pate,
Elizabeth Morgan,
Jackson Hunter Phillips,
Stephanie Rose Morgan,
Joseph Daniel Pino,
Sienna Grace Morisi,
Michael Francis Power,
Kendall Rose Morris,
Thomas I. Paz,
Logan Mary Murphy,
Danny Stephen Saki,
Tara O'Sullivan Murphy,
Stephen Regolia,
Nicole Gracie Mallon,
Matthew Robert Riley,
Molly Catherine Nicholas,
Nicholas Paul Remick,
Emily Faith Norrie,
John Anthony Wren,
Jacinta Mairead O'Brien.
Thomas James Salvato.
Gabriella Shram Oshevsky.
Jonathan Sinisi.
Mabel Danaher Overbeck.
Andrew John Schliff.
Ellie Anna Pamitat.
Robert James Seaman.
Armin Baram Pandaki.
Vikramjit Singh Sohal.
Christina Alexia Papachristos.
Braden Christopher Suchar.
Kayla Pasqualino.
Michael Sullivan.
Emma Kathleen Phillips.
Travis Richard Thompson.
Rebecca Marin Finney.
John Matthew Yehoda.
Kate Grace Pogazelski.
James William Ulrich.
Kathleen Ann K. Pomeroy.
Peter Christos Frillis.
Emma Grace Rathgeberger.
Leo William Vitruba.
Emily Margaret Romeo.
Kyle Watson.
Elizabeth Ann Rosado.
Ryan D. Winter.
Marguerite Marie Therese Santos.
John Luca Yepes.
Isabella Rose Shinablo.
Kevin James Young.
Anna Christina Seabrath.
David Zhang.
Sophia Arabella Satie. Natalie Michelle Maya Sirico. Layla Smith. Ava Smolnick. Julia Stamokis. Mary Kathleen Sweeney. Joanna Elena Tavaleras. Christina Lee Traybold. Isabella Trumpio. Ava Venezia. Juliana Vinci. Artemis Vlaginidis. Isabella Vona. Susan Von Wern. Alexandra Rose Walsh. Nina Weiss. Seen Sie. Josephine Shai Ong Yin.
Ava Brandwitty. Neve Matilda Fatt.
let's make this official. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Education and the State of New York, I have the honor to confer their high school diplomas upon the Garden City High School class of 2024. Congratulations. We have one more performance. It is Slipping Through My Fingers by the Senior Chorale, again directed by Miss Alexandra Frizzetto. At the completion of their song, we will proceed with our recessional, and that will conclude the ceremony for today.
Let's go, Allie! She leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile. I watch her go with a surge of that well-known sadness, and I have to sit down for a while. The feeling that I'm losing her forever, and without really answering her world. I'm glad whenever I can share her laughter, that funny little girl. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it. Slipping through my fingers all the time, do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing. Slipping through my fingers all the time. Sleep in our eyes, her and me at the breakfast table, barely awake. I let precious time go by. Then when she's gone, there's that old melancholy feeling, and a sense of guilt I can't deny. What happened to those wonderful adventures? The places I have planned for us to go. Well, some of them we did, but most we didn't. And why, I just don't know. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it. Slipping through my fingers all the time, do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing. Slipping through my fingers all the time. Sometimes I wish that I could freeze the picture and save it from the funny trace of time. Slipping through my fingers. School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile.
right, so I'll have some instructions. This is how it's going to work for the rest of the day here. The graduates will recess, and we will lead them into the auditorium where they will receive their diplomas and pick up their phones. Guests, please remain where you are. You will meet your graduates afterwards in either the cafeteria or outside of the building. Please do not come to the auditorium. Graduates will come out to you. So again, graduates, you can stand. We're going to recess the same way out that we came in. And thank you, everyone. Under an hour and a half.